Okay, lesson 67. This is going to be a short video because I feel like we've already did this in the last lesson. You can use a model. It's really just, last time we were using number lines or a chart to help us to visualize multiplying those fractions by whole numbers. And this time it's saying you could use a model to picture it. So let's just look at this model and we'll do like one or two together, but I think you don't have to draw a model if you don't want to. You can if it helps you. So we have these fraction strip models. So it's talking about finding the product of 4 times 3/5. So they have 4 fraction strips and each of them has 3/5 colored. So one group of 3/5 is 3/5. 2 groups of 3/5, now you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these is 6/5. And we're gonna count on 3 more. So we had 6, 7, 8, 9/5 is 3 groups of 3/5. And 10, 11, 12/5 is 4 groups of 3/5. So this is just another way of showing you what it looks like when you add or multiply fractions. It will help you when you get to 5th grade and 6th grade to be able to visualize the fractions, because as things get more difficult, if you have these visuals in your head and are able to do it with the visuals, you can better understand when they're asking you to multiply and divide fractions later. So that's why it's just showing you another way to visualize it and get the model in your head instead of just going, oh, I multiply the whole number by the numerator, because sometimes that doesn't help you to understand what you're doing with those fractions. All right, so if we look at number 1, 2 times 5/6, they drew out for you. So we have 2 pictures of 5/6. So you just have to count the shaded parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10. Oopsies, I need to be able to draw. 10. And we keep our denominator the same with sixths. So 10/6. And then here we have the fraction strips again, and we have 3 fraction strips with 7/8 of the strip colored in, 7 of those 1/8 bars, unit fractions. So we just have to count up all the pieces that are colored in, and I'm going to count by 7s since that's the number that is colored in. 7, 14, 21. So we have 21/8 shaded in, right? So 21/8 is the answer to that one. And look, yes, you multiply the whole number times the numerator to get the new numerator for your multiplication of fractions. You guys are multiplying fractions by whole numbers. That's really crazy. All right, so I'm just going to do number 3, if you, just to show you what it would look like if you did want to draw a model. So we have 6 2/3. So I'm going to use circles because those are easier for me to do in thirds. And so we have 1. Okay, they're not quite even. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And each of those 6 circles cut into thirds needs to be colored with 2 of them colored in. 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3. I'm going to count by 2s to get how many thirds are colored in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So this 6 times 2/3 is 12 thirds. Again, just multiplying that whole number times that numerator can get you your new numerator. All right, so you should be able to do the rest of this. You can draw pictures if you would like to use a model, or you can do the multiplication of the whole number and the numerator. Oops. Whichever one works best for you and helps you understand. I will go down to number 10 and just check out the word problems with you and do one of them. Matthew walks 5/8 mile to the bus each morning. How far will he walk in 5 days? This time you have to write out. So 5 days times 5/8 of a mile, right? Easy peasy. If you've done all these, this is easy for you. So whole number times the numerator I'm going to do this time. So 5 times 5, that's 25/8. Now, we have, so equals 25/8. However, just a couple weeks ago, we learned how to change improper fractions into whole or mixed numbers. So I would like you, if you get an improper fraction, just on the word problems, because if someone asks you how far you're going to walk in 5 days and you say, oh, I'll walk 25/8 of a mile, that doesn't, nobody can picture that in their head. So instead of leaving this at 25/8, we need to use our, what we remember from math a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, I don't remember, to change this improper fraction into a mixed number. So how many eighths are in 25? We need to pull out those holes. So 25/8. So 8, counting by eighths, 8, 16, 24, 32's too much. So 8, 16, 24. I can pull out 3 holes, right? And in order to get to 25, I'm at 24. So in order to get to 25, that's 1 left over and an 1/8. And I should have a label of miles. MI is how you abbreviate miles. So I'm just going to do that since I'm running into my next one. So 3 and 1/8 mile. I can totally picture that in my head way more than 25/8. So, all right. Have fun. See you later.